How much would you pay to get the perfect smile? In this country, that price collectively amounts to £2 billion a year spent on cosmetic dentistry.
Big business, isn't it? It really is. What will really get you results and what is just a rip-off, though? Now, we have Dentist to the Stars with us here, Rhona Eskander. Really lovely to see you, Rhona. And we're saying it is big business now. Eamonn and I were talking earlier, when we were young, the odd kid had braces, but really there was no teeth whitening. Everybody had slightly crooked yellow teeth, but these days that's totally different. Why do you think, particularly in this country now, we've latched onto this kind of the celebrity white Hollywood smile?
It's really interesting that you say that, because I think as Brits we've always been like, oh, we don't really care about our smile or what our teeth look, and we don't want that Hollywood kind of American smile. But I've seen a complete change in that, and I think really it's the rise of social media. You just can't get away with having bad teeth. We're constantly taking selfies, your photographs are constantly on Instagram, Facebook and so forth, and I think people really want to take pride in their smile and be able to feel confident showing it off.
What I think's nice, though, is braces, for instance. You know, in the past it could be embarrassing for people to have them, but they can be very, very subtle nowadays.
Yes, absolutely. One of the biggest treatments that I provide is something called Invisalign, and it's an invisible brace. So if we have a look here, it's a brace that you can kind of take on and off, so you get given a series of trays. So, for example, say one client would need 21 trays. Each tray moves the teeth a little bit.
When you say trays, that comes off?
Yeah,
oh, I
so
see,
this is exactly what they look like. And again, that fits in with the kind of modern-day patient, because they can take it off, you know, if they're dating or if they've got a job which is high.
Yeah, because, you know, when Ruth goes to bed at night and she puts those in the glass beside the bed, you know...
They're not big enough for mine.
If she was ever getting romantic, she would wake up, put them in. You wouldn't notice the difference.
Would that be the deal breaker then, you think?
So we can
I think it's really nice for Eamonn saying that not many people had braces when we were kids, but isn't it nice now? I mean, so many children have braces, so they're not going to need this when they're older.
Adults have them too.
Now adults who probably would have loved a brace when they were kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now going and sorting out crooked teeth.
OK, so what about teeth whitening then?
Yes.
You know, I remember as a young journalist doing a story in Belfast. It was about 1980, 81, and it was somebody had their teeth whitened. It was regarded as so unusual. Now it's regarded as unusual if you don't have them whitened.
Yes. Teeth whitening is incredible because it's one of the safest procedures under the right hands. And I always say it's so important that you go to the dentist. There's lots of different types of whitening available out there for you. And it's about diagnosing it properly, because your teeth can be discoloured for a number of reasons. A lot of people opt for kind of illegal tooth whitening methods, so going to beauticians or hairdressers, and you mustn't do that because they're not in the position to diagnose why your teeth are that colour.
But you could also do it at home, and the difference between the cost of seeing a professional dentist and getting a kit from the chemist shop,
because there are lots of home
huge.
whitening kits available, so do you not approve of those?
I think, again, you need to see a dentist for that. For example, there are systems out there where you can use this kind of home one, where you have these strips and so forth, but the dentist really needs to be able to diagnose why your teeth are the colour, and you need to be safe. That's what you want to do.
Yeah. Now, you also talked about, you were talking about selfies there and social media and whatever, and I believe you've got a needle here. A lot of people might be squeamish of needles, but this is about giving yourself a Botox injection, not giving yourself, getting a Botox injection to give yourself a better smile.
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us about that. Explain that to me.
OK, so again, the cosmetic dentistry industry, a lot of facial aesthetics is practiced. I work for something called Face Academy, where we want to do very kind of safe treatments. With Botox, if you've got a gummy smile, i.e., have you ever looked at somebody and thought, oh, they showed too much gum? Exactly, there we go, yeah. And this client was very, very, very conscious. And what we did was, after doing her teeth, we injected a little bit of Botox on either side of her nose in that region where the muscles are here. And what happens is that basically temporarily paralyzes the muscles, and so when she smiles, her lips don't elevate as high as they would be. And as you can see, it's actually a very small needle. These are the needles that diabetics use as well, so it's not uncomfortable.
And how often would somebody like that have to have that Botox treatment to keep that non-gummy smile?
We have to imagine that that area of the face is used quite a lot, so it wears down fairly quickly, but I think for some clients I tell them 4 to 6 months.
Do we have gummy smiles? Let's see, camera 2, smile.
Not gummy smiles, low lip line there, and I'd say average there.
What do you mean a low lip line? What does that mean, a low lip line?
It means that your lips don't rise very highly.
That's very true. So I need the reverse. Look,
Just, you know, there's so many treatments out there, and it's really interesting, and everybody would, you know, like a perfect white smile. How do you find a dentist you trust? Because you always say, like, make sure you go to a reputable dentist.
or you can afford.
So very quickly, where do I go to find a reputable dentist? Is there
A list?
List?
I like to think that most professionals that have graduated and qualified are inherently very ethical people. But I think word of mouth is extremely powerful. And I think that, you know, when you go to that dentist, you can ask them about their credentials, their trainings, their courses, other qualifications that they've done.
Ask maybe to see photographs of
yeah,
previous
exactly,
patients.
because, you know, a picture speaks a million words, and really you want to show the work that you do.
Well, we have to speak a million words a day. We've got 10 seconds left.
Sure.
I see my dentist regularly. I quite like the experience. How often should you go?
Biannually, so every 6
Twice a year.
months.
Every
yes.
6 months.
Every 6 months. Thank you very much indeed,
Thank you.
Doctor.
No problem.
Appreciate it.